Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Shane and I are back for another Survivor What If, pondering the question in this vast multiverse: if you changed one thing, how would it change Survivor history? We're on Heroes versus Villains, the Survivor Infinity War, if you will. If you want to go check out our full recap with Kevin, subscribe, like, share, comment, all the good stuff. Go watch the video. That's a really good one. But yeah, this time, Shane, we're talking about. So we saw Candace beat Boston Rob or Boston Rob beat Candace in the challenge to see who would go to tribal first and who would get to watch the other tribe's tribal council and eat hot dogs. And in the what if scenario, what if Candace beats Boston Rob and the heroes watch the villains' tribal council? How does that impact the game?
Yeah, so in part of me, like, I hate to do a what if for heroes versus villains because it was such a good season that, like, do I want to change it? But also, maybe changing it makes it even better, which it's hard to imagine, but you never know with this season.
Yeah.
And this one's interesting because on the surface, it seems really small. Like, who cares if Candace beats Rob? But there's a big twist here because so this is the round where Tyson goes out and James goes out.
Yeah.
And after this round, then Boston Rob goes, and the heroes, especially Rupert's like, it's so obvious there's a women's alliance. But if the heroes win this challenge, they get to watch the villains tribal, and they're going to see that there's no women's alliance. So I don't think JT's giving his idol to Russell. I don't think JT's going at the merge. I assume Sandra's flipping. I mean, there's so much that can happen. So let's just start from the jump. I mean, nothing's really going to change up to the merge. Like, the heroes are going to win when they win. The villains are going to do what they do. So Rob's gone. Courtney's gone.
Coach is gone.
Coach is gone. So we're merging at 5-5. But there's no idol getting transferred. I'm pretty confident on that because I think they only did that because, it was a smart way of thinking. If you just look at it in a vacuum to say, it looks like there's a women's alliance. Russell would be on the bottom. Let's help him out. But little did they know who Russell was. So that's not happening. So JT has an idol. Parvati has an idol. But Russell does not have an idol. So I assume this is just an all-out war to get numbers here, and Sandra's going to flip 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see any reason why she wouldn't, or why they wouldn't take her in, because I think their hesitation at first was that they were so convinced that Russell was the guy to flip, and on the bottom that they're not believing Sandra. But here they will believe Sandra. So Sandra flips, and do they vote out Russell? Or
I could see them voting out Russell because I think, okay, Parvati could, obviously Russell did play an idol for Parvati earlier, but obviously Parvati was hiding the idols from Russell. So I don't know that I don't know that I see Parvati playing anything on Russell, to be honest.
Yeah. I see. So one thing that could happen is I think they could use Sandra as a bit of a double agent and be like, okay, tell us what the heroes are thinking, and she'll feed them a false name. To try to get the idol played. So I think Parvati will play her idol and JT will probably play his. Well, maybe. Let's see. Parvati will play hers for sure. Yes. JT may or may not. And I say that because Rupert has this relationship with Sandra. So if he truly trusts her, which I think he does, and like convinces the heroes, like, this woman is trustworthy, she's telling the truth, there's no need to play the idol.
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate. So I would think if they have Sandra on their side, then they are actually voting Russell out. And
yeah, the only other thing I can think is if they're like, oh, we still don't know if we can trust her, then they say, okay, well, we're going to put our 5 votes somewhere. You villains put your 5 votes somewhere. And then on the revote, Sandra, you flip. Exactly what Cochran had happened to him in South Pacific, where they wouldn't tell him. So they're like, we're going to force a tie and just flip on the revote because you'll know where we're voting. So that could happen too. But I think that they might just bring her in from the beginning, 1, because of Rupert, and 2, because they would have seen at that tribal that she is very much not with the Power Alliance at that point.
Yeah, well, and the other big question is when Parvati plays her idol, is she doing it for herself, or is she still taking the risk and playing it on Jerry at this point?
Well, I think Parvati would win the immunity challenge because she kind of gave it up for Danielle, so I think she would win it.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
She might play it for Danielle though, because I think Danielle could easily be like a target because in the real time, it was Jerry and Sandra because they were the less obvious ones. I think Danielle's the less obvious one. So it's either Jerry or Danielle, and I think she would go Danielle.
I agree. Okay.
So she'll play her idol and Danielle. The heroes, well, yeah, I don't think she'd play it on Russell. I think Danielle. So the heroes would probably vote Russell, but I could also see them swerving because they might assume Russell has an idol.
Yeah, they maybe could think that too. They could still vote for Jerry. I don't know. Like that's the tough part. I mean, if Parvati correctly plays her idol, obviously JT's getting up and playing his, unless for some reason JT isn't gonna do that, which I don't see him not doing that in this case. But
right. You know what? That's more fun.
Let's do it.
Parvati correctly plays her idol. It's either Jerry or Danielle. Maybe Danielle. Let's go Danielle. Just because why not?
Yeah.
So the heroes vote for Danielle. Parvati plays her idol on Danielle. JT stands up and plays his. They all vote for JT. So we got our first null vote. So it's not Cambodia, it's here. So they're going to revote. I think the heroes would hopefully have been on the same page of having like a backup, because otherwise votes are getting split.
Yeah.
And I think the villains are going to have votes split as well. So I think this is going to be messy, but I think the heroes would be more in line and they would all vote Russell.
Yeah, I think Russell's gone at this point.
Yeah. So Russell goes, because I think even if the villains all vote together, which I don't think they will, Sandra's flipped, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think like Sandra will have stirred up so much about Russell, and I don't think that the villains would have like a secondary target. So yeah, Russell's gone in a very exciting tribal.
Yep, and then you get the very cold reception at Ponderosa.
Yeah, very bad. Like, well, Courtney will like be so egregious towards him; she just doesn't care. But Coach will be like throwing a little hissy fit.
Yeah, you're a little man, Russell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It will be a fun Ponderosa to watch.
Do the dragons form with Russell there?
Right? I don't know.
Russell probably calls it stupid and stays home.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Russell's not dealing with that. But yeah, the next vote, I think we're still gonna see that Treasure Island reward because like there's gonna be at least one idol, and I think we can just assume the same pairing goes, and I think there's still gonna be a cat fight. Let's just assume Colby does the same thing and Danielle has it. So Danielle has it, but Russell's not there to find it this time. So Danielle and Parvati probably do find it.
I think they find it at this point.
Which is fine. I mean, so the villains basically have Danielle, Parvati, Jerry, and the heroes have 6. So they can split their votes.
Yeah, they do. They can.
So I think they will. Who won immunity in this one?
Jerry. Jerry won the House of Cards.
Okay, so they're going to split their votes on Parvati and Danielle. Let's assume Danielle is the one that actually pocketed the idol, so she's playing it on herself. Parvati goes home.
Yeah, the other scenario is just Candace will try to flip on heroes eventually, because I feel like Candace also has being the bottom of the heroes.
And Candace did have a good relationship in Cook Islands with Parvati. So
yeah, it just didn't.
That kind of does fit Candace's storyline to flip. So yeah, maybe Candace does flip, and she does tip them off as to where the split is going. But I think Candace isn't so great at like showing the heroes that she's not flipping, that they can see through her and realize she's gonna flip. Because she probably like talks to Sandra too. Because even in the real timeline, the heroes were like, they were aware that Candace was likely to flip.
Yeah, they were, and just like hoping she didn't, but
yeah. So I think they're gonna say the split vote plan, but then they're gonna switch it up because they're gonna want to trick Candace out. So if Candace flips, then she'll like the person she was supposed to vote for would only have 2 votes instead of 3.
okay.
So they're gonna change it up so that the idol gets played on the person that only has 2 votes, not 3, and therefore Candace, or there'd be 3 votes on Danielle, let's say, or 3 votes on Parvati because the idol's getting played on Danielle. So 3 votes on Parvati and 3 votes on. Oh well, no, because Jerry, Parvati, Danielle, Candace. That's 4 votes.
Yeah. So they'd have majority technically, unless the heroes.
So they can't split.
No. So yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, they're not going to split, but they're going to misdirect the idol. So very likely the idol gets played on the wrong person.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say at this point maybe they do all because they tried to vote Parvati out in the real timeline.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like Parvati would know that, so like I'm kind of conflicted with this one.
The other option is they just do the split and it doesn't work because Candace flips, so therefore a hero goes. And
I honestly think I see it more likely that a hero goes because they hope Candace doesn't flip, but then she does.
Yeah.
So
is it Amanda or is it JT?
I almost feel like Candace, for whatever reason, just decided to not trust Amanda anymore. Like I feel like they're and Parvati and Amanda had the falling out, so I feel like they would honestly take out Amanda.
Okay.
Unless you think they would go for JT first at this point.
Well, I was thinking JT only because Candace expressed doubts about him, like even when they're still on the heroes. But yeah, actually, I kind of want to say JT.
Yeah, I could see JT instead because if JT's there, people are going to see him more as like the ringleader of things.
Yeah, so JT goes in 9th place, and now we're at 4 and 4, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And there's another idol, but Sandra finds this idol, right?
Yeah, Sandra finds this idol, so that doesn't change. But now we have Amanda at the final 8 now, and Candace is flipped. So now we're at the final 8. So this is the holding with the hand above your head with the barrel.
Which Parvati. Yeah. So I think there's potential that the heroes are like, no, they put their votes on Candace, and then the villains put their 4 votes on someone, and the heroes just say, let's put them on Candace because they are not going to draw rocks for Candace.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I think they just force the issue.
Well, do you think Sandra votes Candace out, though? Because Sandra and Candace, rumor is that they know each other. Like, they were neighbors.
Yeah, but Sandra's, as long as it's
well, yeah.
I mean, she voted her last time, too. So I think Sandra does whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, that's true. It's anybody but me. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I think they force rocks and, like, Jerry will flip. At minimum, Jerry will flip. Because Jerry's not going to rocks.
True. So, yeah, I think Candace goes at 8 still.
Yeah, so I think Candace goes at 8. And then I think now Jerry sides with she tries to, like, nurture her relationship with Colby and go over to the heroes. Or whether she actually votes with them or not, I don't know. But she at least goes over there to make sure she's not the first villain to go. And then they're going to snipe Parvati here.
Yeah, I can see it. So this is the one that Russell does win immunity, but without him there, I think it's Rupert, because Rupert was the next closest.
Yeah.
So Rupert wins the puzzle, freaks out, does a giant like Rupert roar.
And then Parvati goes.
Yes.
Because the heroes are very scared of her in the real time around this time too. So especially now, like, they're gonna be scared of her. So Parvati's gone at 7. And we go into final 6, and Danielle's obviously the low person on the totem pole. But did Parvati win this immunity?
Yeah, she did. She beat Rupert at the end, so maybe Rupert continues his winning streak.
Or Danielle maybe could win
Danielle, I could see Danielle winning this as well. So I think it's Danielle or Rupert.
Yeah. Let's say Danielle.
Yeah, let's go Danielle. Let's make it interesting.
So do the heroes just take out Jerry, or do they see more value in Jerry and get rid of Sandra?
Well, at this point, Sandra's going to play her idol, right? Yeah. So.
Well, this is final. Oh yeah, this is final 6.
This is the last time you can play an idol in this season.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So for some reason, which is a good thing. This is what we like in Vanquish, is idols to expire.
Yeah.
So.
Or does Sandra try to realize that she's probably on the bottom of the heroes and flip back?
I think she's gonna try to do something with the idol, and now I think like maybe she plays it for herself. The heroes think maybe, okay, let's maybe sacrifice Sandra because we still see Sandra as a big threat. Rupert's still gonna do like loose lips, sink ships, and start telling Jerry and Danielle about Sandra being a huge threat. And so then...
And they probably think they need Jerry to beat Danielle in the challenge, and Sandra's useless with the challenge. Right. So, yeah, they flip on her, but she plays the idol for herself, and then
Amanda?
Takes out Amanda.
Yeah, I mean, it's either Amanda or Rupert.
Yeah.
So
let's say Amanda.
Yeah, I think Sandra's going to realize that Amanda's a bigger threat than Rupert.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we're down to the final 5. It's Colby and Rupert, and then Jerry, Danielle, and Sandra. This is the plate challenge again. Parvati's no longer here to win this, so Colby, I guess, wins this challenge.
Yeah, Colby wins an immunity, and he's in the final 4.
He's back.
And I think, yeah, they might actually just take out Sandra.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I also think they want to make sure Danielle does not make it to the end because Parvati and Russell are on the jury. I don't know. Like, yeah. I feel like...
Well, Jerry and Danielle, because I don't know, they might want to not turn on each other because it's not as drastic as like Parvati was. So I don't know.
I also almost think they will take out Rupert, to be honest here. I honestly think, because also Jerry and Rupert, I don't think like each other.
Oh, that is true, actually.
Rupert tried to drown Jerry, and not intentionally, and then obviously not intentionally.
Oh yeah, I do think Rupert, because he's probably going to be pissed at Sandra from the last round.
I think the villain women come back together actually, and they take out Rupert.
Okay, so final 4: Sandra, Jerry, Danielle, Colby.
Oh man!
So this challenge is hard to say because it was so close, but it's not Sandra who wins.
Jerry was right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Jerry wins.
Jerry. All right.
Yeah. So now I'm like, I actually think at this point the villains will keep sticking together and they'll take out Colby. Like I feel like they realize if Colby makes it to the end, he's winning.
Yeah. Probably.
Now that I see that, like I don't think they'll turn on Danielle, and I think they'll see like they are the best 3 for each other at this point.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. So, final 3 is Jerry, Danielle, and Sandra, and I think Jerry wins.
Yeah, I think Jerry wins as well.
I think Sandra might get 3rd.
Ooh.
So, let's go through the jury. So, Coach will vote Jerry.
Yes.
Courtney will vote Sandra.
Yeah, so it's 1-1.
Russell.
I don't know.
Danielle, or maybe Danielle.
I could see him sticking. He's definitely not voting Sandra. So it's Jerry or Danielle. Maybe he does vote Danielle. I don't know. It's hard to say. Russell's never been on a jury before, so.
Yeah, so that's 1 vote apiece.
Yeah.
And then 9th place was JT.
Oh, I think JT's either Jerry or Sandra.
Danielle.
Oh, maybe
you don't think Danielle?
well, maybe Danielle. I mean, I think everybody's actually up for grabs, I guess, like in this scenario. So I guess it's hard to say. So
yeah, considering that he voted Sandra in the real time based on like her likability and helping them out, I would say in this case then it would be Jerry by those metrics, because Sandra sort of like she did help them by the time he was still in the game.
Right. So I don't know. That's why I'm like kind of leaning that way, but I also
Okay.
And then it is Candace. Candace votes Sandra, I think, in this scenario. So then it's Parvati. Parvati, I think, votes Danielle. Yeah. Then it is Amanda. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say Jerry. Okay, and then we have Rupert. Does Rupert vote Sandra? I want to say he still votes Sandra.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that is Colby, and I think Colby's a Jerry vote. So wait, it's 4-4-2. I think it's 4-4-2 because it's 1-1. 1-1-1. 2-1-1. 3-1-1. Everybody. 3-2-1. Yeah, so 3-2-2. 4-4-2-2. Okay, so no, it's Sandra. 4-3-2. No, it's we said Amanda was Jerry.
Yeah.
So it's Courtney. Yeah. So it's 4-3-2 because there's 9 jury members. So Sandra, I guess. I don't know. I mean, unless JT switches. I think JT is like the toss up, either Jerry or Sandra.
Yeah.
I guess JT is the swing. Yeah, it's a toss up. I could see Jerry still being the winner. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you think, because we could be Ron and Jerry could win, or Sandra could still win. I think it's either one, and Danielle still gets a couple votes. So but yeah, that's Heroes versus Villains. I think we're gonna do another what if scenario for Heroes versus Villains because it's such a great season, Shane. Yeah, we need to break down that scenario. That everybody knows what that scenario is, who knows this season. So we'll do that, and then obviously stay tuned. Go check out our interviews. We just talked to Holly Hoffman for Nicaragua, and we're gonna get to Nicaragua in our 1 through 50 series. So go check that out this weekend as you're watching this. And yeah, we'll see you all next time on the Tribe of Nerds.